Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here today. And thank you for sharing your time with me to allow me to share with you my personal and emotional experience of what led to this business idea, Heaven's Grace. Several years ago, my father-in-law passed away, and during that time, my wife decided to write a letter to her mom from her dad's perspective and in his words about their love and to give her reassurance. When my mother-in-law read that letter, she shared with us that she truly believed that it was he who wrote that letter before he passed away to her, and that she received a tremendous sense of peace and a lot of emotional healing during that time. So after witnessing that, it got us to thinking about all the other individuals and families who didn't get to receive an opportunity to hear from a loved one again like that. We all know the pain of losing a loved one and the difficulties of having unfinished conversations like the what ifs, the I wish I had been able to say I'm sorry, or the question of did they know that I love them? I still experience that now. Nearly a year and a half ago today, my younger sister passed away at the age of 38 after losing her battle to cancer. It's not about just the grief right now. It is about the longing pain and ache of wishing I could see her smile again, hear her voice, hear her words of silliness. So after years of leading my team with empathy and volunteering in organizations that use a variety of methods to bring healing to others, I have seen how the powerful impact that words can be to bring healing. Heaven's Grace is a compassionate writing service that helps people find peace by giving a voice to words left unspoken, and provides an opportunity for investors to support something grounded in empathy. So today I will discuss 3 things that make Heaven's Grace purposeful. The first is a social and emotional need for closure. Second is the compassionate writing process being utilized. And third is the healing it can offer and the opportunity to support it. So before understanding how this service works, it's important to understand why people look for closure. Many people experience emotional and social needs for closure after a loss. After we lose someone we love, we are left with a void in our lives that is filled with a deafening silence that ends up being filled with thoughts that don't help anybody in their healing process. I still understand this today. As I said, I lost my sister to cancer. I still miss her dearly. She was my little sister, and as her big brother, I felt it was one of my duties to help protect her, but I couldn't protect her from that. So there are moments now that I still look back on the last few years of her life and think about the missed opportunities, or that I wish I could go back and tell her I'm sorry, or go back and change the way I did things with her. But this goes beyond individual emotions, and research shows just how far those feelings go. A study published in PLOS Medicine found that 1 in 10 bereaved adults go on to experience prolonged or complicated grief that disrupts their daily lives. A study like this shows just how real the need for a service like this, that many of us need comfort, connection, or closure to help process through healing. And understanding this need helps show why a compassionate writing process matters. Heaven's Grace is an empathy-based writing process that helps create personalized and meaningful letters for others. The heart of Heaven's Grace is a writing process built on empathy and comfort. I discussed the first letter that my wife wrote, and it was so real and so powerful because of how well she knew her parents, how they communicated with each other, how they interacted with each other, and how deeply they loved each other. The authentic feel of that letter brought a lot of healing to her mom. So to achieve that same feel, we utilize a questionnaire that gathers personal details from the family, such as memories, communication habits, special words, phrases, or nicknames, or anything else that makes that connection unique. And research supports that a writing method like this can help in healing. In a study published in the International Journal of Qualitative Studies of Health and Well-Being found that empathetic writing, expressive writing process like this can help people heal much quicker. The goal isn't to recreate or pretend recreate the person or pretend that they're still here. It's to carefully craft a message that feels familiar, respectful, and true to the person's voice based off of the specific details we gather from the family. This process not only creates comfort, but helps with emotional healing. This service provides emotional healing and creates a valuable opportunity for compassionate investors. A recent study by the Pew Research Center, actually it's a recent survey by the Pew Research Center of 5,000 Americans found that over half of them have experienced a visitation from a loved one who has passed on, either through a dream or another form of communication. Another study in this area, conducted by the University of Virginia's Division of Perceptual Studies, found that 80 out of 100 people who have received after-death communication from a loved one have experienced a sense of peace or even emotional healing. This shows that if people even feel a small connection to someone they've lost, it can ease the weight of their grief. And this type of feedback from these studies show the importance of connection. Many of us look for messages, signs, or moments that make us feel close to someone we've lost. So to receive a message familiar and genuine is able to bring real comfort. The idea behind Heaven's Grace is to create a process that provides a sense of peace, healing, and a form of closure by someone we've lost. So as an investor, you can be influential in making this happen. This idea isn't a random one. It's an idea that has turned into a mission of healing. Heaven's Grace is not just a writing service. It provides a meaningful, purpose-driven business that helps families heal one message at a time. So these points show why a service like this matters and why supporting it is worth it. So to bring everything together, there is an emotional and social need for closure after loss. The compassionate writing process that we use allows families to feel connected, comforted, and understood. And it offers a lot of emotional healing and provides a way for investors to support something grounded in empathy and healing. I shared the story about the first letter written by my wife and how it brought a loving sense of peace to her mom during that time of grief. Every word left unsaid is a moment of healing lost. And Heaven's Grace gives those words a voice. And it reminds us that when love finds its voice, it never truly dies. So, I invite you to join this mission and help us support. And with your support, we can be a life-changing difference for so many families. We can build a network of empathetic writers, and we can help someone struggling break free from the silence of grief. Together, we can ensure that words of love never go unspoken again. Thank you.